Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we have rubber match Game 3 between the Cubs and Braves. These two teams have split the first two games of this series and are now battling to see who is going to take 2 out of 3 here at Wrigley Field. In today's game, the Cubs are going to be sending Lance McCullers out to the mound. He is making start number 4 with a 2-0 record, 1.83 ERA, and a 1.42 WHIP. McCullers will have a lineup of Hoerner, Paradas, Rizzo, Springer, Correa, Tauchman, Phegley, McCullers, and Santana batting ninth. On the Braves side, we will see Mike Soroka on the mound. He's making start number 4 with a 3-0 record and a 1.52 ERA, 0.85 WHIP. The Braves lineup will include Pescia, Inciarte, Albies, Acuna, Freeman, Camargo, Fletcher, Contreras, and Soroka batting ninth. The wind is blowing in off the lake at 10 mph, and it is time to get this game underway. As the Cubs come out to take the field, McCullers is on the mound making his warm-up tosses. And now we are ready to get this game going. Atlanta enters with a 7-8 record, second place in the East. The Cubs tied for first with a 10-4 record in the Central with the red-hot Cincinnati Reds. So with the wind blowing in pretty strongly today, the Cubs put McCullers out on the mound, and here comes the 2-2 pitch. And strike 3 is called. So Pescia strikes out looking. That is strikeout number 1 for McCullers. And now Inciarte is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Inciarte waiting for the 0-2 pitch. And McCullers strikes him out looking. That was a curveball at 71 miles an hour. Just dropped it right in the zone. So now 2 strikeouts for McCullers, and it brings up Ozzie Albies. 2 outs and nobody on. Albies waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And there's a pop-up. Oh, that's going to be a liner into right field. That will be a base hit. So a 1-out single, a 2-out single for Ozzie Albies puts him on first. And now Acuna is the batter. Runner on first, 2 outs. McCullers working with an 0-2 count. And the swing and the miss for strike 3. So McCullers records 3 strikeouts in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Hoerner going to lead off for the Cubs against Soroka here in the bottom of the first. Full count, payoff pitch on the way. Soroka looking for the sign, and here it comes. And that is ball 4 low, and Hoerner takes a walk to lead off the inning. Paradas now the batter, with a runner on first and nobody out. Paradas waiting for the first pitch, and he grounds that one to second. The throw goes to the shortstop, the relay to first. That'll be a 4-6-3 double play. And the runner is, in fact, retired at second, so the double play will end the threat for the Cubs. Now with 2 outs and nobody on, Anthony Rizzo comes up. Here is the first pitch to Anthony Rizzo, and there's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. He throws over to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs do not score as Soroka faces the minimum. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Next up, Freddie Freeman for the Braves, leading off against Lance McCullers. Here's a 1-1 count, and McCullers delivering the pitch. And a grounder towards short. Picked up and thrown over to first by Correa. That's going to be out number 1. Next up is Camargo. 1 out, nobody on. Camargo waiting for the 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's strikeout number 4 with the cutter. 2 outs in the inning now, and Fletcher is the batter. 1 ball count, Fletcher waiting. And a grounder to first. Rizzo has it. He steps on the base, and that will end the inning. So McCullers retires him in order. We go to the bottom of the second of a scoreless ball game. Springer facing Soroka here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 count. Springer waiting for the pitch. And there's a little looper into short left field. That is going to drop in for a leadoff single. Springer is on first. And now the Cubs send up Correa. With nobody out and 1 man on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Carlos Correa. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So he chases a pitch in the dirt. First out of the inning. And first strikeout of the day for Soroka. Brings up Mike Tauschman. 1 out, 1 man on. Soroka working with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch to Tauschman. Oh, the throw goes over to first. The pickoff move, and Springer is picked off first base for the 2nd out of the inning. So Tauschman now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. 3-1 pitch. Tauschman lines it into deep right field, going back. That's going to be played on a hop. Tauschman heading for second. He's going to slide in with a 2-out double. Man, that pickoff play just really hurts now. That could have potentially driven in a run. So a 2-out double for Tauschman brings up Josh Phegley. Runner in scoring position. Scoreless ball game, bottom of the 2nd inning. Here comes the pitch to Phegley. And there's the pitch out, and Phegley heads down to first. So the Cubs now have first and second, and McCullers is the batter. He is 2 for 8 on the season with 2 RBIs, looking to help his own cause here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Soroka facing McCullers with a 3-1 count, and there's a grounder to short. Picked up, flipped over to second. They get the intermediate runner to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2, they do not score. We're going to the top of the 3rd of a 0-0 ball game. And now Contreras facing McCullers in the top of the 3rd. Full count, McCullers with the pitch. And ball 4, right on a borderline call, and apparently the tie goes to the batter in this case. So Soroka now the batter with a runner on first and nobody out. Possible sacrifice situation here. First pitch, and the bunt is laid down. Popping up from behind the plate is Phegley. He throws down to second, but the play at second is close, and he is safe. So Phegley, trying for the aggressive play, ends up allowing runners on first and second with nobody out, and now Pescia is the batter. Top of the 3rd inning. McCullers needs a strikeout here. Full count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the changeup. So McCullers gets the first out of the inning, and his 5th strikeout of the game, which brings up Inciarte. Full count pitch again, and Inciarte strikes out looking on a Greg Maddux fastball right on the outside corner. So that's 2 strikeouts in the inning, and it brings up Ozzie Albies. 2 outs, 2 men on. Full count pitch again, and that is ball 4 inside. So McCullers has gone to 4 full counts in this inning. And now Acuna is the batter with the bases loaded and 2 outs. McCullers needing to work his way out of a jam and preserve this scoreless tie. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a grounder over to third. Picked up by Paradas. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves leave the bases loaded. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd of a scoreless ball game. Santana leading off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 3rd against Soroka. Santana really struggling here in the early going, waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And he's going to line that one right up the middle for a single. So a leadoff base hit for Santana, and he's on first. And now, so Soroka on the mound is average at holding runners. Contreras behind the plate is average. Let's see if we can get the runner going here. With Santana on first and Horner the batter, Soroka is going over to first. There's a pickoff play. He already picked one guy off in this game. Soroka now making another pickoff play to first. Not even close. He is very possessed by that runner over at first. Here comes another pickoff throw. 3 straight throws over to first. They are very concerned about Danny Santana. Let's see if we get a pitch to Horner now. Oh, and they pitch out. They are completely convinced that Santana's going to run. So now, after 3 pickoff attempts and a pitch out, are we going to send Santana? We're gonna wait. He's going to throw a fastball on the first pitch. Let's let him do that. Oh, there's a liner down the left field line, and it rolls foul. Oh, man. He just barely missed an extra base hit. So, now we're going to send Santana with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. The runner goes. Oh, and he hesitates, and he holds it first. The slider is low for a ball. So now Santana tipped his hand that he's going to try to steal. Horner waiting for the 2-1 pitch. Let's see if we can do a run and hit right here. Santana going, and Horner hopefully getting a fastball in this situation. Here it comes. Oh, and he lets it go. But the runner gets down to second unopposed. So Santana has 4 stolen bases in the season. And now Hoerner is facing a 2-2 count with a runner in scoring position. Hoerner waiting for the next pitch. There's a liner into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding third and heading. No, stopping. Santana got the stop sign at third. So Hoerner, with the single, puts runners on the corners with nobody out. And now Paradas is the batter. Needs to get this ball out of the infield to drive in the run. Let's see what happens. Paradas waiting for the 2-0 pitch. And he lines that one down the right field line. That's going to drive in a run. Paradas with the RBI single. Hoerner rounding second, heading for third. He is going to advance. And so now Paradas drives in the run, and the Cubs are up 1-0. So Rizzo is the next batter. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And Rizzo pops that one up. Deep right field. That's going to be deep enough. The runner comes home. The throw comes home. The slide, and the runner is safe. So the first out of the inning is the sacrifice fly off the bat of Rizzo, and the Cubs now have a 2-0 lead. George Springer is the next batter with Paradas on first and 1 out. Springer facing Soroka, and I think we're going to try to get Paradas going because he's relatively quick over there at first. Average speed, I guess. Let's see if we can get a situation where we can get Paradas over to second. The pickoff throw goes over to first. So they're aware that Paradas might steal. There is the slider for ball 1. Let's see what happens with the second pitch. There is the changeup for strike 1. Okay. So maybe we're going to get a fastball here. We're going to do the run and hit, see what happens. Here comes the pitch. Fastball lined right up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Paradas. He's going to get there unopposed. So the run and hit is executed perfectly. And Springer, with the single, puts runners on the corners for Correa. Still 1 out. And the Cubs up by 2. Here's a 1-strike pitch. There's a pop-up to right. I think this is going to be deep enough. Going back toward the warning track and making the catch. The throw comes home. The runner comes home. Oh, and Paradas is out. Pesha, with a cannon for an arm out in center field, throws out Paradas at home, attempting to tag up and score on the fly ball. So the Cubs score twice. They leave 1. We go to the top of the 4th of a 2-0 ball game. And now McCullers is going to face Freddie Freeman here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's a 2-strike count. McCullers delivering the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. He got one to chase one down and in there. So that's strikeout number 7 for McCullers, and now Camargo's the batter. 1-ball count to John Camargo. And a liner down the right field line. That's going to drop in for a single. Making the play and getting it back into the cutoff man is Tauschman. So Camargo's on first, and Fletcher is the next batter. Top of the 4th inning, 1 out. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch. Fletcher grounds it to third. Paradas over to Hoerner. But no relay to first. It looked like they had plenty of time, but the hard slide breaks up the double play. Nico Hoerner is actually injured on that hard slide, but he's going to stay in the game. So now with 2 outs and the runner on first, William Contreras is the batter. Top of the 4th inning, McCullers working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's punch out number 8 on the day for Lance McCullers. And so now we go to the bottom of the 4th of a 2-0 Cub lead. Mike Tauschman is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-strike count. Tauschman delivering the pitch. And a pop-up to center. Tauschman took that pitch into short center field. Pesha making the catch for out number 1. Next up is Fegley. 1 out, nobody on. Soroka delivering the 1-1 pitch. And a liner up the middle. That's going to be a single. Fegley is going to stop at first. He has a 1-out base hit. And now McCullers is the batter. He is going to be looking to lay down the sacrifice right here. The bunt attempt on the first pitch. It's down the third base line. Third baseman has it. He throws over to first, and that is going to be the 2nd out of the inning. So the McCullers sacrifice is successful as Fegley heads down to 2nd, and now Danny Santana is the batter. He is 1 for 1 today. Looking to continue to help the Cubs' cause here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to Santana, and that's an intentional walk. They're going to put him on first. So that sets up the force The Braves actually don't need a double play to get out of this inning, but they do want to face Nico Hoerner, apparently, whose batting average is 250 points higher than Danny Santana's. I don't know, go figure. So Hoerner 1 for 1 on the day, facing Soroka with first and second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the 1-strike pitch, and he lines that one into right field, going back toward the wall, and making the catch is Acuna. He lays out to make the diving catch and end the inning. Man, Hoerner hit that one blistering out to right field, and Acuna makes an excellent defensive effort to end the inning. That was going to drive in 2 more runs. We go now to the top of the 5th of a 2-0 ball game. McCullers facing Soroka to lead off the 5th inning for the Braves. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that's inside for ball 4. So McCullers delivers the leadoff walk. That's his 3rd of the day, bringing up Pescia with the pitcher on first and nobody out. 2-2 count. McCullers delivering, and a grounder to second. Hoerner over to Correa, and the relay to Rizzo is a 4-6-3 double play. Nice piece of defense there by the Cubs infield to turn 2, and now Inciarte is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Ender Inciarte, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3, so McCullers gets number 9. We're going to the bottom of the 5th of a 2-0 Cub lead. Parada's going to lead off. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI in this game. Leading off against Soroka in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a full count. Paradas waiting for the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Soroka rings him up with the fastball, and it brings up Rizzo. With 1 out and nobody on, Rizzo has an RBI already today with a 1-1 count. Rizzo waiting for the pitch. And there's a liner into center field. Is that going to find no man's land? It does. Pescia can't get there. The shortstop can't get back fast enough, and that's a single for Rizzo with 1 out. Springer now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and a liner past the shortstop into center field. That's another base hit. Rizzo's going to stop at second. The Cubs with back-to-back singles here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it brings up Carlos Correa. 1 out, 2 men on. Rizzo and Springer on the bases. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Correa, and he lines that one down the right field line past the first baseman, all the way down into the corner. Rounding third and heading home is going to be Rizzo. Springer's going to stop at third. An RBI double for Correa makes this a 3-0 Cub lead. So that is RBI number 11 on the season for Correa, and it brings up Tauchman with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. Tauchman waiting for the first pitch, and he gets the intentional walk heading down to first, so that's going to load the bases again for the Cubs, and it brings up Josh Phegley, who is 1 for 1 today. Phegley facing Soroka, bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Bases are jammed. Here comes the first pitch to Phegley, and he's going to put that one on the ground over toward first. A diving play to keep it out of right field. The flip goes to the pitcher. Soroka covering and recording the 2nd out of the inning. The runner from third scores, so that is going to effectively work as a sacrifice, and now the Cubs have a 4-0 lead. And this brings up Lance McCullers with 2 outs and 2 men on. McCullers 0 for 1 on the day, facing Soroka here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 count, and he grounds that one to short. The throw goes over to first, and that will end the inning 6-3. So the Cubs score 2 more times and take a 4-0 lead into the top of the 6th inning. And now Ozzie Albies is going to be the batter here in the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Braves against Lance McCullers. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from McCullers. And that is ball 4 outside, and the walk is issued. That's the 2nd straight inning he's given a leadoff walk. And now Acuna is the batter. With nobody out and a runner on first, McCullers working with an 0-2 count. And there's a looper into short center field. Coming in fast is Springer. He makes the catch for out number 1. Next up is Freeman with 1 out, 1 man on. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Freeman. The runner goes. The grounder is over to first. Rizzo has it. He steps on the base, and that'll be out number 2. So Freeman is retired. Albies advances to second, and now Camargo is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Cubs up by 4 in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch from McCullers. And strike 3 is called. That is 10 strikeouts on the day for McCullers. We go now to the bottom of the 6th inning of a 4-0 Cub lead. Santana is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 6th. With a 1-2 count, Santana waiting for the pitch. And he grounds that one to first. The pitcher comes over to cover, and the toss is made. Santana is retired for out number 1. Horner now the batter. He's 1 for 2 today. Facing Soroka with 1 out and nobody on. Here's the 1-1 count and the pitch and a grounder to second. This time the throw goes 4-3 and the play is recorded for out number 2. Paradas is now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Cubs up by 4. Soroka delivering the 1-1 pitch and Paradas grounds it over to short. The throw goes over to first, and that is going to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the 7th of a 4-0 ball game. Fletcher facing McCullers here in the top of the 7th inning. McCullers working on a shutout. He is going to face the 7, 8, and 9 batters in the Braves lineup here in the top of the 7th inning. Here comes the first pitch from McCullers. And there's a grounder over toward first. Rizzo has it. He flips to the pitcher covering, and that is out number 1. Next up, Contreras. With 1 out, nobody on. McCullers facing Contreras with a full count. Here comes the pitch. And that is ball 4. So the walk is issued. He heads down to first, and now the Braves are going to send up a pinch hitter, which is going to be Nick Martini. Now that walk is going to stir movement in the Cub bullpen. And what we're going to see is that in the 7th inning, what have we got coming up? We're going to get up Birdie, and we're also going to get up... No, it's just going to be Birdie, I guess. So, McCullers now facing Martini with a runner on first and 1 out. We're going to visit the mound. He says, I'm nowhere close to being out of gas, but Birdie is warming up. We're really not going to take too many chances here in the 7th inning of this ball game. Here comes the 3-1 pitch and the delivery, and that is ball 4 issued again. So 2 consecutive walks with 1 out puts runners on first and second, and Christian Pacia now is the batter. We are in the top of the 7th inning. The Cubs with a 4-run lead, but the Braves threatening here. Full count. McCullers looking to deliver the pitch. And that is inside for ball 4. He has just walked the bases loaded. So McCullers losing sight of the strike zone here in the 7th inning. And now Birdie is going to be asked to come in and potentially get us out of this jam. So Birdie is going to face Inciarte with 1 out and the bases loaded in the top of the 7th inning. Birdie working with a 3-1 count. Oh my gosh, here comes the pitch. What's it going to be? A liner down the right field line. That's going to drive in some runs. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. The throw gets back to the cutoff man. That is going to be an RBI double for Inciarte. And now the Cubs' lead is cut in half. This is a 4-2 ball game in the top of the 7th inning. Inciarte is on second, and Albies is the next batter. So, Albies facing Birdie. We're going to have to warm up another reliever in case this goes horribly sideways. We're going to warm up Liam Hendricks here also. So, Birdie facing Albies with 1 out and the tying run on scoring position. Top of the 7th inning. Birdie working with a 2-1 count. And there's a liner into left field. Chasing is Santana. He makes the catch. The throw comes home. The runner is out at home. Excellent defensive play by Danny Santana. The fly out and double play with the throw out at home. And that just saved another run. So the Cubs go down in the bottom of the 7th inning, still up 4-2. And for today's 7th inning stretch, we have excuse me, I had to sneeze there. We have Don Kessinger here to lead us in the 7th inning stretch today. Now, for the Cubs, Anthony Rizzo is going to lead off against a brave reliever, Addison Reed, here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Reed has thrown 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and an ERA of 3. Reed is going to face the 3, 4, and 5 batters in the Cub lineup here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rizzo leading off, waiting for the 2-2 pitch. And here it comes. Rizzo pops that one up to center. Pesha is going to have plenty of time to get under this one. He makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Springer. 1 out, nobody on. Springer facing Reed with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch. And Springer hits that one on the ground toward short. The throw goes over to first, and that's going to be out number 2. Next up is Carlos Correa with 2 outs and nobody on. Correa waiting for the full count pitch. Here it comes. And a grounder over to first. Stepping on the base and ending the inning is the first baseman Freeman. That is going to be out number 3. So we go to the top of the 8th now of a 4-2 ball game. And Birdie is on the mound. Liam Hendriks, we're going to visit the mound. Oh, Hendriks is still warming up. I guess we let him sit a little too long in the last half inning. So Hendriks is going to be warmed up here quickly. Birdie is going to face Acuna to lead off this half inning in the top of the 8th. Birdie working with a 1-2 count. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So he gets him with the fastball at 99. And that's the first out of the inning. And now Hendriks is ready. We're going to bring him in to face Freeman here in the top of the 8th with 1 out and nobody on. And then we're going to warm up Diaz in the event that we should need him, even here in the 8th inning. So Hendriks facing Freeman, 1 out, nobody on. Cubs up by 2. Here's a 1-2 count. And Liam Hendriks is looking to deliver the pitch. And there is strike 3 called. So that is the second strikeout of the inning. And now Hendriks will face Camargo with 2 outs and nobody on. Hendriks working with a 2-1 count. And here comes the pitch to Camargo. And there's a little tapper in front of the plate. Catcher has it. Fegley throws down to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 8th of a 4-2 Chicago lead. Mike Tauchman is going to lead off against Reed here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Cubs. Tauchman is 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch to Tauchman. There's a liner into left field. That's going to drop in for a leadoff base hit. Tauchman stopping at first with a single. So he is on now, and Josh Fegley is the next batter. And now we're going to see the wheels start turning, as this will prompt a pinch hitter, Ryan Braun, to be brought up to the plate. Braun pinch hitting for Fegley. He has had a fairly successful career so far as a Cub. He's 3 for 7 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Braun facing Reed. Reed is pretty good at holding runners. I don't think we're going to be trying to run against him. Bottom of the 8th inning, nobody out, 1 man on. Braun working against Reed with a 2-2 count. And Reed looking to deliver the pitch. And there's a pop-up to right. Down the line, the right fielder chasing, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So now the pitcher's spot is up, and that's going to bring up another substitute. This time it is going to be Mallex Smith, who will be asked to come up and bat from the left side. And Edwin Diaz will be pitching in the 9th inning. We're going to make sure he's still warmed up. Smith facing Reed in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out and a runner on first. Smith is 2 for 10 so far on the season. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch to Mallex Smith. And there's a grounder towards short. The throw to second. No relay to first, however, as the double play is broken up. And so now the Cubs have a runner on first and 2 outs, and Danny Santana is the batter. The Braves are going to bring in a new relief pitcher. This is righty Luke Jackson. Jackson has thrown 5 innings, walked 3, struck out 11 with a 3.60 ERA. Jackson facing Santana with 2 outs, 1 man on, here in the bottom of the 8th. Here comes the 1-1 count, and Santana grounds it back to the mound. The pitcher throws over to first, and that is going to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 9th of a 4-2 ball game. And now we're going to see. So the pitcher Diaz is actually going to come in to the number 9 spot. He's going to pitch. Malik Smith is going to stay in and play left field. And Miguel Amaya will come into the number 7 spot and catch. I think that substitution might qualify as a triple switch. I'm not sure. We'll have to consult our official scorer. So, Diaz coming out to work in the 9th inning and hopefully record the save for the Cubs. He has thrown 6 innings, walked none, struck out 10, and has an ERA of 1.5. Diaz working to Fletcher with a 1-2 count. And Diaz looking for the sign. And here is the pitch. And a liner past the shortstop into left field. That is going to be a leadoff single as the runner stops at first. So now Contreras, the batter, with nobody out, 1 man on. Diaz working with a 1-2 count once again. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That time he converts on the 2-strike count with a fastball at 97. First out of the inning, first strikeout of the day for Diaz. And that'll bring up a pinch hitter, Austin Riley. He is 0 for 8 on the season. Facing Diaz with 1 out and nobody on. Or 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Edwin Diaz delivering, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Diaz got that slider to go right under his bat. So now 2 outs in the inning, and Pescia comes up with the Braves down to their final out. Diaz facing Pescia with a 1-1 count, and Diaz looking to deliver the pitch. And there's a liner into center field. That's going to be a single. So runners will be on first and second with 2 outs. And the Braves have the tying run on base as Inciarte comes up. He is 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs in the game. And just in case Diaz can't get through this inning, we're going to warm up Jimenez just to be on the safe side. We're going to visit the mound. He says he's got plenty left in the tank, but we're not taking any chances here. Inciarte facing Diaz. 2 outs, 2 men on. 9th inning. Diaz working. Here comes the first pitch to Inciarte. And a liner into center field coming into Springer. He makes the running catch to end the game. So the Cubs are victorious 4-2 as the white flag flies out in the center field scoreboard. Cubs getting 4 runs on 11 hits with no errors. The Braves 2 runs on 5 hits with no errors. And the Cubs take 2 out of 3 to lead off this homestand against the Braves. The Cubs' Lance McCullers goes to 3-0. He threw 6 1/3 innings of 2-hit, 2-run baseball with 7 walks and 10 strikeouts. 3 of those walks were in the 7th inning, So, Birdie gets a hold, Hendricks gets a hold, Diaz gets his 5th save of the season and drops his ERA to 1.29. Soroka suffers his first loss of the season with 6 innings pitched, 10 hits, 4 runs all earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And then the Braves bullpen threw 2 innings of scoreless relief. So the Cubs improved to 11-4 while the Braves dropped to 7-9. Oh, who was our player of the game? It was Lance McCullers. Of course it was. 10 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings will do that for you. So the Cubs remain in first place and the Braves dropped to 7-9. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.